Stop everything you're doing right now. I repeat, stop immediately. This is not a regular message. This is an urgent spiritual alert that cannot wait even one more minute. I am Archangel Michael, warrior of heaven and protector of souls, and I have been authorized to deliver this emergency warning directly to you. Someone who has crossed to the other side is desperately trying to reach you with a critical warning about a spiritual attack that has been planned against you tonight. Your deceased loved one has been frantically attempting to break through the veil between worlds to alert you, and I have been granted special permission to amplify their message before it's too late. I can feel your heart rate increasing as you read these words. That sudden chill running down your spine is not coincidence. It's the spiritual recognition of truth. Your soul knows what your mind might try to deny. The threat against you is real, imminent, and specifically targeted. This is not happening to everyone. This is happening to you, and there's a reason you were guided to this message at this precise moment. For weeks, your departed loved one has been witnessing preparations in the spiritual realm for an attack against you, scheduled to begin tonight at midnight. They've been desperately trying to warn you through dreams, through sudden thoughts about them, through unusual signs that you've likely dismissed as imagination. Those unexplainable sensations of being watched, those recurring dreams that leave you unsettled, those moments when you suddenly think of this person for no apparent reason. These were all attempted warnings that couldn't fully break through the veil between worlds. Write in the comments, "I am protected by the divine light of Archangel Michael." This declaration will activate an initial shield of protection around you as you continue reading this urgent message. Do it now before proceeding further. The spiritual battle for your soul and destiny has intensified dramatically in recent days. Dark forces have been actively working to prevent this warning from reaching you. They know that if you receive this message and take action, their carefully orchestrated attack will fail. That's why you've been feeling unusually anxious, experiencing disrupted sleep patterns, or sensing an inexplicable heaviness lately. The attack has already begun in subtle ways, weakening your spiritual defenses before the main assault tonight. I must tell you immediately who is trying to warn you from the other side. While I cannot speak their name directly, as you read these words, their identity will surface clearly in your mind. Trust the first name that appears. That sudden thought is not random. It is their soul connecting directly with yours in this critical moment. They've been watching over you, seeing what you cannot see from your earthly perspective, and what they've witnessed has caused them tremendous concern. This departed soul has observed entities gathering around your home, your workplace, and especially around your bedroom. These forces have been studying your patterns, identifying your vulnerabilities, and preparing to exploit them tonight while you sleep. They intend to infiltrate your dreams with vivid nightmares, plant seeds of fear and despair that will grow in coming weeks, and create energetic blockages that will affect your health, relationships, and spiritual connection. Write in the comments, "I activate my spiritual shield against all attacks tonight." This declaration will strengthen your energetic boundaries and begin the process of divine protection. Do it before reading further. Your departed loved one has been fighting invisible battles on your behalf. They've been temporarily holding back these forces, creating small pockets of protection around you, but their spiritual energy alone is not enough to stop what's coming tonight. That's why they sought me out in the heavenly realms, desperately pleading for intervention. After witnessing their devotion to your protection, I received special authorization to deliver this warning and protection directly to you. I've fought countless battles against darkness throughout the ages, but what I've witnessed being prepared against you has genuinely concerned me. This is not a random spiritual attack. This is targeted, calculated, and designed specifically for you. Someone or something has marked you for a reason, perhaps because of your spiritual gifts that you haven't fully recognized, your potential that threatens dark forces, or simply because light attracts the attention of darkness. The attack planned for tonight involves 3 specific phases. First, while you sleep, these entities plan to implant disturbing thoughts designed to create doubt about your most important relationships. You'll begin to question the loyalty of those closest to you, see problems where none exist, and feel inexplicable distrust toward those who truly love you. Second, They will attempt to place energetic blocks around your financial resources and opportunities. Projects that were moving forward will mysteriously stall, unexpected expenses will arise, and doors that were opening will suddenly close without explanation. Third, and most concerning, they plan to attach themselves to your spiritual center, what some traditions call the soul or higher self, to create a gradual disconnection from your intuition, spiritual guidance, and divine protection. This is the most dangerous aspect of the attack, as it would leave you increasingly vulnerable to future influences while making you feel spiritually numb or abandoned. Write in the comments, "No darkness can touch me because I am surrounded by divine light." This affirmation creates a protective field that will make it more difficult for negative energies to approach you tonight. I can now reveal what your departed loved one wants you to know. They have seen exactly where these attacking entities will try to enter your space tonight. They're showing me that the primary point of vulnerability is near your bedroom window, or a specific corner of your room where you may have noticed it, sometimes feels colder or heavier than other areas. They're also indicating an object in your home that may be serving as an anchor for these energies. Something that came into your possession in the last few months, perhaps a gift from someone whose intentions weren't pure, or something secondhand or antique with a history unknown to you. Your loved one is also desperately trying to convey that this attack isn't random or arbitrary. It's connected to something that happened approximately 3 months ago, an interaction, a decision, or a spiritual opening that made you more visible in the spiritual realm. Think carefully about any significant changes, unusual encounters, or spiritual practices you began around that time. That event created the opening these entities are now attempting to exploit. But here is the good news. Heaven has authorized not only this warning, but also a powerful intervention to protect you. I have been granted permission to create a shield of divine protection around you, your home, and all connected to you. But I need your conscious cooperation and acceptance to activate these protections fully. The celestial document bearing your name contains precise instructions that, if followed exactly tonight, will not only prevent this attack, but will transform what was intended for harm into a powerful spiritual awakening and blessing. Where darkness intended to bring confusion, you will receive clarity. Where they planned fear, you will experience peace. Where they intended isolation, you will discover deeper connection. Write in the comments, "I break all connections to spiritual darkness and receive divine protection." This declaration is crucial for the next phase of protection. Your departed loved one is showing me something else. They're indicating that these entities have already been attempting to influence you through your dreams. Have you been experiencing unusually vivid or disturbing dreams lately? Dreams where you're being chased, where you feel trapped, where loved ones behave unlike themselves, or where you wake up feeling exhausted rather than rested. These weren't ordinary dreams. They were preliminary incursions, testing your defenses and planting seeds of discord in your subconscious. The most concerning aspect is that tonight's planned attack coincides with a rare cosmic alignment that weakens the veil between dimensions, making spiritual attacks significantly more potent. This alignment happens only once every few years, which is why these forces have been preparing so meticulously for this specific night. They know their power will be amplified, and normal spiritual defenses may not be sufficient. I must warn you about what will happen if you ignore this message or dismiss it as imagination. The consequences will extend far beyond just tonight. If this attack succeeds, you will experience a gradual but persistent deterioration in multiple areas of your life simultaneously. Your inner light will dim so gradually, you might not notice until you barely recognize yourself. Relationships will become increasingly strained for reasons you can't quite identify. Opportunities will consistently fall through at the last moment. Your health will show subtle but consistent signs of imbalance that conventional approaches can't seem to address. But most significantly, your spiritual connection, your natural intuition and guidance system will become increasingly obscured, not as punishment, but as the natural consequence of an unaddressed spiritual attack. When the heavenly realm mobilizes to protect you, and you choose not to respond, an energetic interference is created that makes future communications more difficult to receive. I don't share this to frighten you, but to motivate action. Because if you take this warning seriously and follow the precise instructions I'm about to give you, the outcome will be dramatically different. Instead of an attack, you will experience a divine visitation. Instead of fear, profound peace. Instead of confusion, crystal clarity about your path forward. In fact, heaven has prepared not just protection, but also compensation for what these entities were attempting to steal from you. For every area they plan to attack, you will receive blessings multiplied sevenfold once we neutralize this threat. This is the celestial law of restoration. What darkness attempts to steal must be returned sevenfold when divine justice intervenes. Would you like to know exactly what blessings await you after we prevent tonight's attack? Here they are. Within 7 days, you'll experience a profound dream or vision that provides specific guidance about a question you've been carrying in your heart, something you haven't shared with anyone. This guidance will come with such clarity and resonance that you'll know immediately it's divine in origin. Within 14 days, an unexpected opportunity for healing will present itself, either emotional healing of a long-carried wound or physical restoration in an area where you've struggled. This healing will come through an unexpected source that you might initially be tempted to dismiss. Within 30 days, you'll experience a synchronistic encounter with someone who will play a significant role in the next chapter of your life journey. This person will recognize something in you that others have missed, and this recognition will activate dormant gifts within you. And within 40 days, you'll experience such profound spiritual clarity that it will feel like veils have been lifted from your perception. Questions that have troubled you for years will suddenly make sense. Your purpose will come into sharper focus than ever before, and decisions that seemed impossible will become clear. Write in the comments, "I accept all the divine protection and blessings that Archangel Michael brings for me." This affirmation opens the channels to receive everything I've described. Now, to fully activate these protections and ensure the attack planned for tonight fails completely, I must give you specific instructions from your departed loved one and the celestial realm. Follow these precisely before midnight tonight. First, create a spiritual boundary around your sleeping space. This can be done simply, but must be done with focused intention. Walk clockwise around your bed or bedroom, visualizing pure white or golden light forming a protective sphere around the space. As you do this, say aloud, "By divine authority, I seal this space against all negative entities and energies. Only love, light, and divine protection may enter here." Second, place a glass of water near your bed tonight. Water naturally absorbs negative energies, and your loved one specifically shows me this will act as a spiritual decoy, attracting and containing energies that might otherwise affect you. In the morning, pour this water down a drain while saying, "All negative energies are now dissolved and returned to light." Third, before sleeping, play music or sounds that uplift your spirit for at least 7 minutes. The vibrations create a frequency shield that these lower energies cannot penetrate. Even humming or singing yourself will create this protection if music isn't available. Fourth, most importantly, before sleeping, speak directly to your departed loved one. They can hear you, even if you can't hear them. Thank them for their warning and protection. Their presence will be particularly strong tonight as they stand guard with me over your sleep. Fifth, for tonight only, sleep with something blue near you if possible. A piece of clothing, a towel, anything blue will amplify the protective energies we're establishing. Your loved one is specifically showing me the color blue as significant for your protection tonight. Sixth, upon waking tomorrow morning, immediately give thanks for the protection received during the night. This gratitude creates a seal on the protective work done and begins the process of transforming defensive energy into blessing energy for the coming days. Seventh, for the next 7 days, maintain heightened spiritual awareness. Notice signs, synchronicities, and unusual dreams. Keep a simple record of them if possible. These will contain important guidance for fully closing any remaining vulnerabilities in your spiritual field. Write in the comments, "I commit to following these instructions to receive complete spiritual protection tonight." This affirmation seals your commitment and strengthens the effectiveness of these practices. Now, Let us pray together. This prayer creates a powerful spiritual alignment that will call forth additional angelic protection around you tonight. Feel my presence beside you as we pray. In this sacred moment, I, Archangel Michael, stand before you with my sword of divine light and shield of truth. I come by direct order of the Most High to establish impenetrable protection around your life, your home, and your soul. Heavenly Father, creator of all things visible and invisible, I present before you this beloved soul who has been targeted by forces of darkness, but who has now been divinely selected for protection and blessing. Their tears have not gone unnoticed. Their silent prayers have been heard. Their spiritual journey is precious in your sight. By the divine authority granted to me, I declare that all spiritual attacks planned for tonight are now exposed and neutralized before they can manifest. That all dark entities approaching this soul are now bound and removed from their presence. That all hidden entryways and vulnerabilities are now sealed with divine light. That all negative energy directed toward them returns to its source, transformed into light. Lord, I ask you to dispatch your heavenly armies to establish a perimeter of protection around this person tonight. May your guardian angels watch over their sleep, their dreams, their home, and their spirit. Let nothing penetrate this divine barrier without first passing through your filter of perfect love. By the most powerful name in heaven and earth, I break all spiritual attachments, cords, contracts, and permissions that may have been established, knowingly or unknowingly, that would allow access to this soul. I sever all connections to darkness, fear, confusion, and spiritual manipulation. In their place, I activate seals of divine protection, discernment, clarity, and spiritual authority. May these seals remain intact and strengthened through the night and in the days to come. I decree that tonight, instead of experiencing attack, this person will experience visitation. Divine messengers will bring dreams of guidance, healing, and revelation. Their sleep will become sacred space for spiritual renewal and divine downloading of wisdom. I declare that where darkness planned confusion, heaven has prepared clarity. Where they planned fear, heaven has prepared perfect love that casts out all fear. Where they planned spiritual disconnection, heaven has prepared deeper intimacy with the divine. May every attempt at harm be transformed into a doorway for multiplied blessing. May every intended spiritual wound become an opening for divine healing. May every planned obstacle become a pathway to greater purpose. I ask you, Father, to give this person a clear sign upon waking tomorrow. A sign that confirms this divine intervention. A sign that strengthens their faith and brings peace to their heart. And finally, I declare over their life a spiritual transition. May tonight mark the end of vulnerability and the beginning of spiritual authority. May it end confusion and begin clarity. May it end isolation and begin divine connection. This prayer and these declarations are now sealed in the celestial records, confirmed by my angelic presence, and activated by the faith of the one who receives these words. Amen. Now repeat after me. I receive this divine protection with gratitude. I accept the watchful presence of my departed loved one and Archangel Michael tonight. I claim complete spiritual safety as my divine right. I declare my soul, mind, body, and spirit untouchable by forces of darkness. I embrace the divine blessings that flow from this protection. Amen. Write in the comments, I have received Archangel Michael's prayer and am completely protected for tonight's spiritual battle. This affirmation will immediately activate all the declarations we have just made. I want you to understand something crucial. Your presence here, receiving this message, is not random chance. Your departed loved one has been working tirelessly in the spiritual realm to create this connection at exactly the right moment. They had to wait for the precise alignment when celestial permission would be granted for such direct intervention, when my presence could break through the interference being created, and when your spiritual receptivity would be sufficiently open to receive this warning. That moment is now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, this exact moment. That's why it's absolutely crucial that you don't dismiss this warning or postpone these protective actions until when you have time. The cosmic window that makes tonight's attack possible is the same window that makes our counter-intervention most effective, but only if you act before midnight. The signs have been present, haven't they? That inexplicable sense of uneasiness that comes over you in certain parts of your home. Those moments when you suddenly think of your departed loved one with unusual intensity. The objects that fall or make noises without explanation. The electronics that malfunction in strange ways. The unusual animal behavior you might have noticed. All were attempts by your loved one to alert you to the gathering darkness. Now that direct communication has been established through this message, I can tell you precisely what your departed loved one has witnessed and what will happen tonight if you don't take protective action. But remember, this information isn't given merely to frighten you, but to motivate specific action. Knowledge without appropriate response creates no transformation or protection. In the next 24 hours after implementing these protections, you'll likely receive confirming signs that the intervention was successful. You might experience unusually peaceful sleep, vivid, positive dreams with guidance, a sense of lightness upon waking, or synchronistic events that seem to confirm your protection. Your departed loved one will find ways to communicate their continued presence and protection. Most importantly, maintain inner peace throughout this process. Don't act from fear, panic, or paranoia. Those emotions actually lower your spiritual vibration and can create openings for the very energies we're working to block. Instead, proceed with calm confidence, quiet determination, and absolute faith in the protection surrounding you. The peace you maintain becomes part of your protective shield. And remember, you're not facing this spiritual battle alone. Not only do you have me and my legions of protective angels standing guard, but your departed loved one will be especially present tonight. They have been granted special dispensation to assist in your protection during this vulnerable cosmic window. Their love for you transcends dimensions, and their commitment to your welfare continues beyond physical separation. The forces that plan tonight's attack do not understand the power of this love or the authority of divine protection when consciously claimed. They expected to find you vulnerable, unaware, and unprotected. Instead, they will encounter a spiritual fortress of light that they cannot penetrate. Write in the comments, "Archangel Michael and my departed loved one are with me tonight, and no spiritual attack can reach me." This declaration reinforces everything we've established so far and acknowledges the dual protection surrounding you. When you think about the spiritual attack that was planned for tonight, it's normal to feel a range of emotions: concern, confusion, even fear. Acknowledge these feelings, but don't allow them to dominate your consciousness. Observe them with detachment, recognize them as natural human responses, then consciously release them to me. I will transmute them into heightened awareness, spiritual discernment, and inner strength. One of the most effective tactics of dark forces is manipulating human emotions to create spiritual vulnerability. They'll attempt to escalate fear, provoke anger, or deepen despair. Anything that lowers your spiritual vibration and creates openings in your energetic field. Don't cooperate with this strategy. When negative emotions arise, recognize them. Thank them for the warning they provide. Then consciously choose peace instead. Focus particularly on strengthening your spiritual connection tonight and tomorrow. Spend time in prayer, meditation, or whatever spiritual practice resonates with you. Read inspiring spiritual texts. Listen to music that elevates your soul. Surround yourself with symbols of faith and protection that are meaningful in your tradition. This internal spiritual alignment creates an environment where divine protection can work most effectively. There's an important principle about divine timing that you should understand. What appears as a close call from human perspective is often perfectly timed from the spiritual perspective. If this warning had reached you earlier, you might not have taken it seriously enough. If it had come later, the attack might have already begun. This precise moment represents the perfect balance point where awareness and action can create maximum protection. In the 24 hours following tonight, I'll pay special attention to your spiritual field. I'll be monitoring for any lingering effects, any attempts at alternative entry, any need for additional reinforcement of protection. And I'll communicate any necessary guidance through the inner knowing you'll recognize as different from your normal thoughts, calmer, clearer, and accompanied by a sense of peaceful certainty. Don't ignore any intuitive prompts, unusual dreams, or synchronistic events you experience tomorrow. In the spiritual realm, it's often through seemingly small details that the most important communications arrive. A song that plays at a meaningful moment, a repeated number sequence that catches your attention, a book that falls open to a specific page, a memory that surfaces unexpectedly. All may contain guidance for your continued protection and the unfoldment of the blessings that follow. And while we focus on immediate protection for tonight, I want you to know something important. You've been chosen not just for protection from this attack, but for a spiritual awakening that will follow. The very qualities that made you a target, your spiritual sensitivity, your innate gifts, your soul's light, are the same qualities that will be dramatically enhanced once this threat is neutralized and your departed loved one can more freely communicate with and guide you. This isn't coincidence. Heaven never simply removes a threat without also establishing greater good in its place. Your testimony, your experience of protection tonight and the spiritual awakening that follows, will eventually serve as a beacon for others facing similar unseen challenges. Your departed loved one sees this larger purpose unfolding and has been advocating for you in the spiritual realm partly because of this future role. Let me tell you something else your departed loved one wants you to know. The entities planning tonight's attack have attempted similar approaches before. They've studied your patterns, your vulnerabilities, your spiritual blind spots. They've tested small incursions, moments of unusual negativity, unexplainable emotional shifts, sudden mental fog or confusion. All were probes to assess your susceptibility to larger influence. What makes tonight different is the cosmic alignment that would amplify their ability to establish a permanent foothold in your spiritual and physical spaces. But what these entities don't understand is that you are different from others they may have successfully influenced. You have been specially marked for divine intervention. You are being alerted before their plan can fully manifest. You are not only going to avoid this attack, but will emerge with spiritual immunity to such influences and with gifts awakened that will astound you in the coming weeks. Do you understand now why it's so vital that you act on these instructions before midnight? We aren't just preventing a negative event. We're activating a divine appointment that will fundamentally elevate your spiritual trajectory. We're participating in a celestial plan that has been carefully orchestrated not just for your protection, but for your spiritual advancement. Write in the comments, "I choose divine protection and spiritual awakening." This declaration seals your commitment to this higher path of not just safety, but transformation. As we approach the conclusion of this urgent message, I must give you one final crucial instruction for tonight. Regardless of what you may see, hear, or sense once you've established your protections, maintain absolute inner peace. Your emotional and mental state creates your most powerful defense. If unusual phenomena occur, sounds, shadows, sudden temperature changes, remain calmly centered in the knowledge that you are completely protected. The enemy may attempt final provocations to disrupt your peace and weaken your protective field. They may create startling noises, unusual sensations, or attempt to place disturbing thoughts or dreams in your consciousness. Recognize these for what they are: desperate final attempts to penetrate defenses they can no longer breach. Meet each with calm acknowledgement. I see this attempt and I remain in perfect peace and complete protection. In moments of uncertainty tonight, simply whisper, "Michael is here. My loved one watches over me. Divine light surrounds me completely." This simple affirmation will immediately restore your sense of peace and strengthen the protective field surrounding you. Remember that you're not facing this spiritual battle alone. Not only do you have me and the celestial armies by your side, but your departed loved one has rallied others in the spiritual realm who care deeply for your welfare. Some are family members you've known, others are spiritual guides who have watched over your soul journey across lifetimes. All stand vigilant tonight, creating multiple layers of protection around you that dark forces cannot penetrate. These benevolent presences will reveal themselves more clearly in coming days and weeks, as the interference created by these negative entities is fully cleared from your field. You'll begin to sense their guidance more distinctly, recognize their unique energetic signatures, and receive their wisdom with greater clarity. This enhanced spiritual connection is one of the most significant blessings that will emerge from tonight's averted attack. Draw close to these divine presences. Open your heart to their guidance and support. Allow them to help you navigate this significant spiritual transition, but always maintain your spiritual discernment. Even within legitimate spiritual experiences, always test the energy and content of messages against the resonance of divine love, empowerment, and peace. True divine guidance always increases these qualities. It never diminishes them. Write in the comments, "I gratefully receive divine protection tonight and open myself to higher spiritual guidance." This affirmation accelerates the manifestation of these spiritual connections in your life. We approach the end of this urgent warning, but not the end of the spiritual protection and guidance you'll receive. I will continue watching over you, particularly through this night and the critical 7-day period that follows. Your departed loved one remains especially vigilant and will find increasingly clear ways to communicate their presence and guidance as the interference is fully cleared from your field. Tomorrow, upon waking, you'll likely feel a noticeable difference in your energy and clarity. Many report feeling as if an invisible weight has been lifted from their shoulders, experiencing mental clarity and spiritual lightness that had been gradually diminishing without their awareness. You'll know with peaceful certainty that the divine intervention was successful and that what was planned as an attack has been transformed into a spiritual blessing. This will be a moment for profound gratitude, not superficial thankfulness, but soul-deep recognition that what could have been your most vulnerable moment has instead become the catalyst for your greatest spiritual advancement. From this gratitude will flow an enhanced ability to perceive divine guidance and protection in all areas of your life. And from this experience, you'll begin consciously co-creating the next chapter of your spiritual journey. No longer as a potential victim of unseen forces, but as an empowered spiritual being, actively collaborating with divine presences that have always been working for your highest good, even when you couldn't clearly perceive them. This is the deeper purpose behind tonight's events, not just to protect you from a spiritual attack, but to elevate you to a new level of spiritual awareness where such attacks can no longer affect you. A level where your discernment is so refined, your spiritual connection so strong, and your purpose so clear that darkness cannot enter your field without being immediately recognized and transformed by your light. Write in the comments, "My spiritual victory begins tonight." This final declaration seals everything we've established and opens the way for all that is to come. I, Archangel Michael, together with your departed loved one who initiated this warning, temporarily bid you farewell, though our protective presence remains fully active around you. We will communicate with you through dreams, intuitive knowing, and synchronistic events in the days ahead, guiding each step of your continued spiritual unfoldment. Remember, implement the 7 protective actions before midnight. Maintain inner peace regardless of any unusual phenomena. Trust the process of protection that has been established, and prepare to witness one of the most significant spiritual transformations of your life journey. In the hours ahead, as you implement these protections and move towards sleep, maintain calm awareness. Don't be alarmed by confirmation signs that may appear. Objects moving, unusual sounds, sudden temperature changes, or vivid awareness of presences around you. These are often the result of the intensive spiritual activity now focused around your protection. Simply acknowledge them peacefully. I recognize this spiritual activity and remain in complete divine protection. Everything has its perfect divine timing. The moment for each specific aspect of your spiritual protection and awakening will unfold with precise divine orchestration. Your role tonight is to implement the protective measures I've outlined, maintain peaceful trust in the process, and remain receptive to the guidance that will continue flowing to you. And as you prepare for sleep tonight, begin visualizing the new spiritual reality that is dawning for you. Don't focus on the attack being averted, but on the transformation being initiated. Don't concentrate on what might have harmed you, but on what is now elevating you. Don't dwell on the darkness that approached, but on the extraordinary light that now surrounds you. This visualization isn't merely a psychological exercise, It's active participation in the spiritual reality now manifesting in your life. It's conscious alignment with the divine forces restructuring your spiritual experience. It's collaboration with the celestial plan that has always existed for your spiritual unfoldment, but now accelerates with unprecedented clarity and power. Do you feel the shift in energy around you even as you read these final words? That subtle but unmistakable vibration that seems to permeate not just your awareness but the very space surrounding you. It's not imagination. It's the tangible manifestation of the angelic and spiritual presence now encircling you, the protective field being established, the energetic transformation already beginning. Breathe deeply and allow this divine presence to permeate your entire being. Let it fill every cell of your body, every facet of your mind, every chamber of your heart. Let it dissolve any residue of fear, doubt, or confusion. Let it strengthen your spiritual resolve, your inner clarity, your confidence in divine protection. And with this conscious breath, seal everything we've established in this urgent communication. The protection activated, the attack neutralized, the transformation initiated, the spiritual awakening begun, your departed loved one standing guard with me through the night. I, Michael, Archangel and Protector, together with your vigilant departed loved one, declare that it is done. And so it is. Share in the comments your personal experience and how you feel upon receiving this urgent warning. This sharing becomes the final confirmation of your reception and acceptance of all that has been revealed and activated today. Until our next communication, may divine peace that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and mind. May celestial light illuminate every step of your path. May spiritual truth be your constant companion and divine wisdom your unfailing guide. And remember, implement the protections before midnight. Your departed loved one and I stand guard tonight. Everything changes. Your spiritual awakening has begun.